Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy DB6. Just want to let you know what you're about to see here are my stream clips edited down to the specific video. I go live doing reactions every Monday night and Thursday on Twitch. If you like what you see, hop on over. Otherwise, enjoy the video. Alright, we have Donut Media, the best cars under 10K in 2024. This is either going to be really shit or really cool. Yeah, we know how Donut Media goes. I either hate what they say or love what they say. There's rarely an in-between.
If you have $10,000, what is the best car to buy in today's current market? Well, today we are talking about a handful of enthusiast vehicles that aren't completely overpriced.
That's a
We'll
Volvo
be covering
C30.
a range of vehicles from sports cars to off-roaders to cars that'll trick people into thinking you're rich. It all starts with our first category, rear-wheel drive manual coupe.
Everybody's
Okay.
favorite.
And the one we picked is the BMW 1 Series.
Specifically, this is the BMW 128i. 20 years ago, the E33 series was cheap. 10 years ago, it was the E36. Now, it's the E82's turn, baby. It's the perfect old school BMW recipe. A rear-wheel drive coupe sporting a naturally aspirated 3-liter inline-6 known as the N52, which makes 230 horsepower, 200 pound-feet of twerks, and best of all for us, guys who like to mess with cars, it's depreciated quite a bit in the last.
This actually isn't bad. I'll give them props here. Not a bad pick. The car does look good as a BMW goes. It doesn't have the fucking egregiously ugly grille. I'm really waiting to see what the back looks like because that'll be the selling point on if this is actually a good looking car or not.
Few years. This bad boy, like I said, it's got a short wheelbase, 50-50 weight distribution.
It's a two-door coupe.
What could
Okay.
you ask for?
And straight 6, so a very smooth power band. It's also got a very healthy aftermarket suspension, wheels, headers, intakes, all kinds of stuff. Great little drifty platform. You want to go time attacky, you can do it. You want to go
Show me the ass of the car.
You want to go OEM Plus, you can do it. It's also easy to upgrade certain parts with better ones from other BMW models, like a better flowing intake manifold from a 330i.
Fair enough.
Better brakes from a 335.
Okay. If they keep this up, if they keep this style of cars up, we will actually have a good video here. If they start talking about some fucking depreciated Maseratis or some shit, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Control arms from an M3 and more.
Much more.
I don't dislike this car at all.
We're not just here to talk about this car, okay? Let's get it on the road and see what we think. Even though this is a relatively newer
Show me the ass
model
end,
of BMW,
please.
it still builds off that perfect BMW formula, straight 6 engine, rear wheel drive.
It's a BMW.
Coupe. They've been doing this since forever, literally forever. This is what makes BMW.
Yeah, look at the fucking... Oh, jeez, it just went past it.
And the
That
only thing
camera rig
different
was
about
insane.
This versus the 3 Series is the size and
Oh my god, why do I keep pausing it right after they change the screen?
this versus the 3 Series.
I'm taking the top car, which is one they're reviewing, over this bottom car all day. I like the fitment of this front end way better than this one.
Is the size, and for a lot of people, a smaller little coupe with the same engine, that's better, baby.
This
Well,
feels
it's
like
less
an
weight.
E46 Plus. It's like, oh, we rounded it out a little bit. In a manual car, it's just,
Yeah.
so much fun to drive.
Dude, legendary BMW straight 6. It's a really underrated engine. I feel like these engines are going to be very popular with swaps soon.
It looks
I highly doubt it. But BMWs are very prone to leaking oil in every engine.
great. You don't look like a hooligan.
Yeah, it looks great. You're a classy guy. You look like you have a job. So this is a great buy, if not a sleeper buy.
Why do they refuse to show me the ass into this car?
This is a great car.
Dude, usually I try and put them in the middle at the beginning,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna put this bad boy near the top.
Pretty close
I think
to the
this is
top.
one of the better values.
Alright, since they're not going to show it, I'm going to fucking look it up. I don't know why they won't show it. Kind of pissing me off. I very heavily weigh what the back end of a car looks like in my reviews on whether or not it's a good car. I fuck with it. If you're a BMW guy, oh my god, hit the wrong button. Oh, okay, it changed there. If you're a BMW guy, definitely a good one to have, especially just getting into it. I would agree with them on this one. Where they rank it, we'll see at the end.
Just like how a powerful engine can drive your car forward, developing a positive mindset can drive you towards increased happiness.
Fuck off.
Today's sponsor, BetterHelp, is here to show you how. BetterHelp donut to get
BetterHelp is a fucking scam. Do not use BetterHelp. They will sell all of your information, and their people are not certified, even though they say that they are.
Maybe something roadstery, then might I recommend an NC Mazda Miata. In the past,
No. Just no. If you're going to buy a fucking Miata, buy the Miata. Buy the NA. This NB here with these fucking smooth brain looking taillights, the non-pop-ups. You buy a Miata for the pop-ups. You buy a Miata because it's tiny, it's got pop-up headlights, and it's fun to drive. You don't buy a Miata because it's a fucking toy car, okay? The bottom one looks like a pile of shit. The top one looks nostalgic.
the NA and MBs were the ones that you wanted, but now most of them are either real nice or really bad. And forever, NC Miatas were kind of poo-pooed on.
Apparently, they were the heavy ones.
With time, people's tastes change, and with availability, people's tastes definitely change. So the earlier NC1 was made between 2006
I'm not buying
and
a new age
2009. It's got
Miata.
rear-wheel
They just
drive,
look dumb.
A low curb weight. Plenty were made in either 5 or 6-speed manuals. Just simple, honest to goodness, fun experience.
That's what it's about.
Like a carnival.
The NC Miata is essentially a shortened RX-8 chassis with
I saw an all-black Mini Cooper today and loved it. That's good. Mini Coopers are dope.
the 50/50 weight distribution and fully independent double wishbone suspension at all 4 corners. These things handle phenomenally. The 2-liter 4-cylinder makes around 160 horsepower.
And these can be found for a bargain, but enthusiasts have been starting to catch on. There's plenty of them out there for less than 10 grand. This one we found on Carfax for $9,000. Less than 100,000 miles.
Geez, anything.
It's barely less than 100,000 miles. And it's ugly compared to the old Miata. If you want a Miata, buy the old Miata. Save up for it, buy the old Miata. You will be more happy. It's a more fun car. This shit is stupid. It looks
For
dumb. I
less
don't
than
like
10 grand with less than 100,000 miles is
Also, you don't have to agree with me or accept my opinion as the correct answer. I'm just giving you my unfiltered opinion because that's why you're here.
Dude, this
killer
thing's
deal. That thing is clean.
I like this a lot.
I think it looks
That's just
stupid.
because it's slightly heavier than the other one.
Dude, tell you what, I didn't wake up this morning thinking, hey, I'm gonna want a Miata today. But here we are. Two
No.
very strong
Yeah,
contenders.
but which one?
Down,
Depends on what you
lower,
want it for.
way
That-
lower.
That's got that straight 6.
You can build a really cool car out of both of these.
The BMW is
These both
way
like
better.
rear-wheel drive, but front-wheel drive cars are back, baby.
They're
The
fun.
7th generation
What is
Honda
that?
Civic Si, also known as the EP3, is one of the most underrated
Oh
cars on
no!
our list. We
No!
love it for
No! No! No!
We
No!
love
No!
it.
No! 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 This thing looks like a turd. The one that they referenced in the picture looks like a fucking turd. If you're gonna buy a Civic, you could buy a whole bunch of different ones that look really fucking cool, or make them look really fucking cool. Not the one they just said though. Sometimes buying a car for and let me preface this. I'm taking this into consideration that you're gonna want to look good in the car you have. If you just want a car that drives around for under 10K, just go buy whatever the fuck is cheapest available, okay? Or buy like an old Toyota Camry or something that's reliable. This is not what the most reliable car is. This is what I deem the coolest car that you could be looking dope in and have a fun time. Not this fucking Civic they're talking about.
Most of all of them.
They're small. They have a freaking
This thing is ugly as shit.
K20, bitch. All right, here's the thing. It's not the most popular Civic ever. People like to talk trash about it. The EP3,
Because it looks like garbage. Look at this thing. This thing wouldn't even be cool in Fast and Furious. And they made a fucking car look like it was punched by the Hulk.
isn't all that quick. The engine only makes 160 horsepower. I
Are you oh my god, what the fuck is this shifter? That's cursed.
think they're quirky. I love this shifter.
I
right
hate that.
here.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
I
a
hate
Volvo
that.
Blair.
Like an Alfa Romeo or something. But
Yeah.
you
Don't ever fucking shit on Alfa Romeo like that. Don't ever put Alfa Romeo in your fucking mouth again. Now I'm triggered. Now I'm pissed off. These cars are not cool. I don't give a fuck what you say. These are not cool. Also, I've never seen an Alfa Romeo have a shifter like that. The fuck's he talking about?
You can make these look really cool. You can stand out from the pack. These can be found
You can stand out from the pack by looking like you just got run over and then stretched out like a booger.
for way less than 10,000 bucks all day long.
'Cause they're ugly as fuck.
If you were looking for some front wheel drive fun, and I know a lot of you are, this would be a riot for under 10K.
You don't have to do
No.
anything. You put wheels on it and call it
This is under the Miata.
a day.
Yeah. This is a good list.
This is
This
tough.
is I mean, dude, so far
No.
top 3 is tied. I think I would want one of these more than a Miata though. But these are all like just like different versions of the same fun.
So far, we've had a lot of imports coming in on this list. So let's talk about something American. So let's say you want some American muscle. Newer Ford Mustangs get a lot of attention, especially right now. But the biggest value is the 5th gen Mustang or the S19.
You buy a Mustang to hit crowds, or because you're stuck in a past that doesn't correlate to anything anymore. You just stop buying Mustangs. They're ugly. They don't run well. They're fucked. Muskrat. It's a Muskrat.
97. Nolan's Mustang, if you don't know.
I'm not gonna agree with
Specifically
any of
the
this.
pre-facelift model.
Any of these
We're gonna jump on
Mustangs, okay?
quick because we might be buying 2.
Yeah. The 4.6
Garbage.
liter V8 makes around 300 horsepower. It's
Don't
rear-wheel
care.
drive, and tons were made with a 5-speed manual transmission.
Don't care.
Obviously, it's America's
stupid.
sports car. When they first came out, people were kind of like,
Not a sports car. It's a muscle car, and it's dumb. Not fucking with it, okay?
on how they looked because it was trying to be classic, modern.
Retro futurism, always a divisive decision.
Why is
But
there a
now it
fucking
looks great.
I
Cybertruck?
think it aged very well.
It can
No,
get you to
it
0 to
doesn't
60
look
in
good.
around 5 seconds, which
Pretty fast.
no slouch.
I like 3.
Nah, not a Mustang.
300
Exactly.
horsepower
I
is the
agree.
perfect amount of
No,
power.
not even an
And
old
Ford
one.
made a ton
Just
of
no.
these, and they have a very active enthusiast community.
Because here's the thing. If you're going to buy an older Mustang, just buy an older Challenger. Or buy an older Camaro. They look better. Mustangs are the definition of mid. They don't serve a high tier purpose. You buy a Mustang because you're either stuck in the loop of buying Mustangs, you're stuck in the past of what the one fastback generation that looked good, or you're just an American patriot and think that this is the coolest car in the world, and you're just dead fucking wrong.
That's done it all. Vaughn Gittin Jr. drove one in FD. People
I don't care.
autocross them. People take them to all kinds of tracks, circle ones, twisty ones, and of course,
Drag racing.
drag racing, which is maybe what we might be doing. People tend to prefer the post-facelift 2010 newer model with 410 horsepower, and the prices definitely reflect that. These, on the other hand, can be found on places like Greg's List and Facebook Marketplace all day for 6 to 8 grand in very good shape.
You're trying to learn car control? Perfect car.
I'm put it right here.
You don't learn car control in a Mustang. You learn how to spin out and crash. I just want to have one of the old ones because I like the look. I want to get a 78 Camaro Challenger too because that was my mom's dream car. Dope. But the Camaro Challenger is the ones you look at. You don't look at the Mustang. Don't buy a fucking Mustang. Also, in this list, it's BMW, Miata, Mustang, Civic. Because the Civic is just fucking ugly.
Yeah. So what if you're somebody that likes to hit the trails? Now this one might surprise some people. This is the first generation Porsche Cayenne.
Yes.
And it's an excellent
This is a
budget
yes.
off-roader. It's tall, it's spacious,
This
it's
is a
Porsche,
fantastic
and
yes.
they made tons of them. So now they're cheap. This one here is a 2006 and I would say it aged pretty well.
So obviously, this thing is loaded with some aftermarket goodies, but at its core, it's a first-generation Porsche Cayenne that can be had for less than $10,000. And let me tell you, this thing looks sick. How about we take it for a spin?
Let's go.
Even if you're not into the off-road thing, which teach their own, these cars, when they're cleaned up, polished, looking good, they're beautiful. Like, you don't even have to do anything. Bring the wheels into the 21st century. If they come with shitty wheels, if they come with just regular spoked wheels, you're fine. These are nice looking cars. Porsche changes very little about their cars. So their old stuff still looks beautiful. It's very hard to find an ugly Porsche. Like, this is a good one. They picked a good one here.
Go!
I mean, with the mods, it feels super high, which I really like. I feel like I can conquer any obstacle right now.
The interior's
steering
nice,
wheel?
classic
Feels
Porsche.
heavy, but in a good sense.
Like a
But-
sports car almost.
Yes.
That's good. Dude, it is nice in here.
Yeah, it has a lot of good amenities for being a car from 2006. Like, I still feel like this is a modern car.
Like base, they came with a VR6, which isn't a slouch of an engine. And then this one has the V8. It's a 4.5 liter V8 with 355 horsepower.
To have any V8 for under 10 grand in an SUV, I think that's a pretty cool.
I agree.
So
I agree with
the Cayenne
that.
actually shares the same platform as the Volkswagen Touareg, as well as the Audi Q7.
There's a massive parts bin.
The
for
Porsche
this
looks
car.
the best out of those.
And it's an all-wheel drive system. Some of them come with air ride suspension, which if you haven't off-roaded on a vehicle with air ride, you're missing out.
That's really cool.
And then some of them
Also, I will say right now, try not to get the one with the air ride suspension if you do, because old air systems leak, and they're a pain in the ass to fix.
come with lockers, which means it's an off-roader. We got a muddy hill.
Oh.
Let's see how it does.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I mean, yeah, there's a ton of power in that V8.
It sounds good too.
Yeah, I just plowed through that.
How does it feel on road with all these off-road mods?
It feels so nice on these canyon roads. Yeah, it's a big SUV, but it still feels like I can go
It's
through
hard to
corners
go wrong with a
and have a
Porsche.
little fun. Oh, good.
I'm jealous, honestly.
Wow.
Man, that feels good. It feels really good on the road. It feels like a car you can live with. The tires aren't too loud.
Yeah.
It's nimble. And it's a Porsche.
This could be the perfect daily for that guy who also wants to take his Miata to the track.
Sounds like you.
Sounds like I'm thinking a little bit ahead.
These things are cheaper than you think. If you're after a clean runner, it's not out of the ordinary to pick one up for $8,500 on Fates But Martin Place.
That's awesome.
The parts are available, the community's there. You'll be ripping trails in a Porsche
Yeah.
truck in no time.
Even if you have to get expensive parts, the Porsche community is very accepting. They're very open. They are very accommodating, and they're very helpful. Okay, you do find some snobs. That's just the case when you buy a higher end vehicle, such as Porsche, Ferrari, all those fucking high end brands. But there's a lot of helpful people, especially in ones that have a good aftermarket base. Like that has a very big off road aftermarket base. But I'm sure there's other people that just keep a nice, clean, sleek ride. So if you want a really nice looking Porsche SUV for under 10K, that's a great fucking option. Even just a SUV in general for under 10K, great option. I like this choice. So far, I agree with 2 out of the fucking 5 choices we have here.
Hi. This is a hell of a list.
This is tough. Yeah.
No.
Why
Above
not?
the above the
Now we're getting
BMW.
into two-car solutions.
I say-
buy this and this. Buy
Right.
this and this.
Right.
Buy
No.
this and this. Buy this and this. But what if you want something that makes you look rich without getting all muddy? Good news, there are a ton of Cadillac
I will give my full list at the end because they're just fucking this shit up here.
Escalades out there for less than 10 grand, and what a value they are. And we're not even talking about the Soprano spec generation, so hold off on posting with it in front of Tony's house. The one to buy is the 3rd gen, which ran from 2007 to 2014. They used to command as much as 65 grand.
These things are
when
10K?
they were new, but now they're less than a sixth of that. This big beast sports a 6.2 liter V8, made 403 horsepower, came standard with rear-wheel drive. You can option 4-wheel drive. You've
Okay.
also got
I don't hate this.
100-pound tow capacity, so if you're looking for some luxurious hauling capability, this is
Yeah,
a
I don't
good
hate
one
this
for
as a
ya.
big body
This thing is
SUV.
luxurious. You got leather, power seats, premium sound system, plus the interior space is more than abundant. There's so much room for all of your activities. And the thing with Escalades is they're generally cheap to maintain because they're a GM product. at
Those
the
things should
end
be
of the day.
burned
They
and dropped
share
in
tons
volcano.
of
I agree,
parts with
Zulu.
other
I
Chevy
agree.
GM trim trucks.
It's just
So should that
Chevy
Civic.
So if it's
The
luxury
Civic, if
after,
you didn't see it, the
consider
Civic.
one of
Okay,
these
I'm
bad
talking
boys.
right over them.
product. 85.
If you didn't see it, the Civic that they showed was god awful. They can both be at the bottom.
Yeah, this is definitely timeless. Like you're cruising anywhere, everyone's thinking, wow, that guy's doing good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind
Good for
this.
that guy. He's
Yeah.
doing good.
I don't mind this
First one, I'm
Escalade.
kinda like, all right,
I'm
cool.
like, all right, cool. Yeah. This is the only one that doesn't have like an activity attached to it.
Exactly.
This
No,
next
they're
car
not
is regular
doing this right.
utility,
Okay.
real hauling capacity with
Okay.
a bed.
I'll rearrange the list.
I'm talking
I'll rearrange the list after they're done because they're just fucking. This list just means nothing. They're just putting shit on the wall.
the redneck works. There's a ton of trucks out there.
A lot.
And you can't go
Well, if it, yeah, I know. I made that joke already. Oh, pickup truck time.
150. That's what I always say.
It is
That's what I always
the
say.
America's best-selling vehicle ever.
One of the best options is the 11th gen Ford F-150, aka the P22-1. These came with 3 different engines, ranging from a 4.2 liter V6, 4.6 liter V8.
I mean, if you're
and
looking
top
for a
dog
truck, I don't see why
5.4
not.
liter V8, which puts down 300 horsepower, can tow up to 9,500 pounds.
Woo!
The right trailer package equipped.
But if you happen upon one that's in good shape, it could prove to be a trusty workhorse.
This is a truck. Over 150,000 miles shouldn't be a concern as long as
That's
it's
valid.
not rusty.
That's
Expect to
valid.
Pay 5 to 8 grand for something with a V8 and 4-wheel drive with a few.
That's valid. If you're looking for a truck under 10K, nothing wrong with this. I'll give them that. There's nothing wrong with this as a truck under 10K. Is it going to make the top of the list? No. Is it going to beat out the ugly pieces of shit that don't have any use to be be bought for fun? Yes.
more miles on the odometer. This is like a normal car that would be great to drive around.
This guy is working his
He
hands.
does work in his hands. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it above the Escalade. Now, if you want a 90s era Japanese import, but don't have the cash to fork over for a Nissan GTR, well then, my friends, look no further than the Nissan Cedric. A Japanese car named after like a British
Okay, I'm not
guy.
really versed on this.
Well, it's not just an excellent name, it's also
I'm not versed on this one. Let's see. I have a special place in my heart for Japanese cars.
a very inexpensive JDM import at the moment. These fetch anywhere from mid 4,000s to 9,500 bucks.
Which for anything imported is not bad.
I need to see the ass end of this car, and I need to see the interior, and then I can make a synopsis on how I feel about it. I don't
Not
mind the
bad.
front.
Under the hood, you got a turbocharged 3-liter V6 with 266 horsepower.
Okay,
Rear-wheel
V6,
drive.
not bad.
Never came with a manual. It's more of a comfy around-town cruiser. It's got quintessential Japanese luxury.
Show me the ass
It's
end and
got
the
cozy
interior.
interior that
Okay. Basic interior. This isn't that bad for an older car. You could doubled in. You can get a nice screen there. That's not bad to look at. Okay. I don't know how I feel about the cloth seats. I feel like if you get this in leather, it'd be nice. All right, now it just comes to the ass end.
that's quite.
Show me the ass end, and I'll tell you how I feel about this car.
It's got power everything.
If they don't show it to me, I'll look it up on
Perfect
my
base
own.
For a VIP build, slam it on some big old
Yeah.
honking wheels.
That shit looks
Put
fire.
some doilies on the seats.
This is like a
some
mob car.
curtains.
Curtains in the windows.
Don't put curtains in the windows like a weirdo. Okay, right here. Yeah, you could take one of these two out, or you could probably take out this whole unit and put in an aftermarket full screen there. That probably wouldn't be bad. They might have something already set for that.
One downside
Yeah, just
about
show me the
Nissan
ass end,
Cedric
please.
is also what makes it naturally cool. It's a Japanese import. It's right-hand drive. It can get a little bit of
Yeah, right-hand
annoying.
drive is dope.
Parts are hard to find, and it might smell like cigarettes
A lot of them
because,
smell like cigarettes.
you know, they don't care
You can get rid of that if you're good enough at detailing.
over there. But it's hard to find a more affordable way to get behind the wheel of something that's JDM. Even K trucks cost more than this.
Right, and if you're young, and you're just driving, you can deal with right-hand drive.
This could be a daily. This
Fun
could be
to have
a
an
fun-ass
independent car
daily.
when you're young. Give 'em
This could be a cool-ass daily, like a mobster-looking daily. Do they show me the ass end of this car? No, of course not. Why would they show me anything that I want to fucking see? God damn it, Donut Media. I hate the wheels on that example, but it's the first picture that showed me the ass end of the car. I don't mind that at all. I fuck with this car pretty heavy. Like I said, I have a very big soft spot for Japanese imports, or Japanese cars in general. So, yeah, that's a top tier option. That's a top tier option for sure.
something to talk
I fuck with
about.
that car. I fuck with that car heavy. You could do a lot of things with that.
Above the Mustang. Who doesn't love a wagon?
Their list is fucked.
Well,
Love wagons.
everyone does.
Some people don't.
Some people don't. Like
They're just putting shit on top of each other now.
It doesn't make sense.
What is wrong with
I
them?
don't
What are they talking
They're gonna
about?
miss out on the final car on our list. A very good sleeper that you.
Ooh, a wagon.
may not have
I love
even
wagons.
heard of.
Volvo V70R.
Great styling.
I don't know how I feel about this one. This is kind of like a mid-range for me. I don't mind this car. I was looking at one of these cars to build a detail rig out of before I found my Mazda. I don't like how the front end on this looks because the older versions had a boxier front end that looked better. They put a new face on this and it looks like it doesn't belong.
Great performance.
That's my only qualm.
Turbocharged engine.
My only qualm with this car is the front.
6-speed. Sign me up, dude. Let's drive this thing.
But in that example, it doesn't look that bad.
Solid. I really like the interior. There's tons of little tiny details that really set it up.
This is a mid-range option. This is going to be middle of the list or upper at the top of the upper end for me because I love wagons. In person and not in that picture that they showed, the front end doesn't look as egregious, and it's a Volvo. Volvos are cool.
Apart from other cars.
Yeah.
Love the space ball shifters. Love the blue gauges.
The blue gauges, the
That's
tint of
classic
blue in the
Volvo.
interior. It's also kind of like the business class, you know? Like the leather in here is nice. The headliner is soft.
Yeah, Volvos are cool.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. The turbo? I love 5-cylinders. Yeah.
Great looking. Interior's great. It's got 300 horsepower, 5-cylinder turbo.
Damn
It's got
right, Porsche
all-wheel
Nation. A
drive.
little late, but yeah.
It's got great looking wheels. This thing rolls. As far as internet car
Those
nerd
R
goes,
wheels
this
are really
thing
nice.
checks boxes I didn't even know existed.
Right. You don't have to modify this.
No.
You don't have to do anything.
But if you did,
It would be sick.
Yeah, that example. All right, in silver, the front end looks fine. I do like the front end.
Sounds good.
this is a pretty affordable
Had to deal with some
car that
stupid shit
for
might be.
people in
Yeah, bro, you don't gotta apologize. I was just making a comment. You're good.
the know will get a lot of attention.
And
This
then
thing
it'll
is,
surprise others when you tell them about what it is.
for sure. This thing is super cool.
Honestly,
I think this thing is cool as
I
hell.
think this
thing
goes up
is
top.
good,
Yeah, it literally does everything.
Doesn't go up
Whoa,
top,
yeah,
but
You can fit
all right.
stuff in it.
All right, they're not going to say anything here, and I can see the whole list. So here it goes. Number one on the list, the Porsche Cayenne. That's going to be number one, okay? Porsche Cayenne's first. It's a great daily. You can do a lot of stuff with it. You can make it clean and crisp. You can make it off-road. You could do all different things with it. You can make it your style. And it's got a great aftermarket community. The community for helping you do this stuff is cheap. Porsche top of the list. Then I'm going the Cedric. The Nissan Cedric. I fuck with that thing real heavy. I'm going to look into that shit because it looks cool as fuck. Be a great looking daily driver, mob ties looking ass car. Dope. Black out the windows. Lower it. Put some cool looking wheels on it. Don't slant them because you're not stupid. Just put some nice looking wheels on it. Lower it a little bit. Not to the point where it's dumped on its nuts and can't drive. Anyway. Cedric number 2, Porsche number 1, BMW number 3. I do like the way this BMW looks. If you like BMWs, you put it higher. I'm indifferent about BMWs. I don't get wowed by the flashy badge. So BMW 3. We'll go Volvo 4, because that has a lot of potential. You could do things to it, or you don't have to do things to it. Then I'll go Ford F-150 at 5. It's a standard truck. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing cool about it either. Then I'm going Escalade, because if you can get a big body SUV at 6, that's cool. Then I'll go Miata. I don't like this Miata. I feel like if you're going to buy a Miata, buy the old one. Don't be weird. Don't try to buy a new Miata. They just look dumb. They're like trying to hold on to the past, but have nothing to do with the past. So it's its own fucking new car, and it's tiny. I feel like other cars look way better that are that size. So I don't fuck with this Miata. Then you go Mustang. I hate this Mustang. The bottom of the list is way farther away from the rest of the list. I feel like these cars are shit. I don't like the way Mustangs look. And then the worst, because it looks like a booger that was squashed, run over. The interior is disgusting. The exterior is gross. I can't stand looking at them. It doesn't even fit in any car scene. The tuner car scene would push it away. The Fast and Furious car scene would push it away. I don't think this car fits anywhere. This specific Civic Si they showed, if it's a different Civic, easily at 5. Any other Civic, you put it at 5. That Civic, bottom of the list. It's absolutely gross. It's a very close race between the Mustang and the Civic for last, but I just absolutely, it hurts me to my core to look at that car. But that's my list. I would cut everything except for the Cedric, the Porsche, the BMW, and the Volvo. Those are the only cars that I would even entertain as anything good. But that was a fine video. It was a good video. For Donut, it was a good video because they offered things for me to shit on. I love doing that. And they offered things for me to agree with because they weren't being complete jackasses about this video. So we'll let it ride. We'll call it a good video.